Hi everyone and welcome back to another video. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. I am back with another laser engraver review. You all found the last one so useful, so I thought I'm going to test another one, but this one is bigger and better. I'm talking about the Creality Falcon 2. This is a powerful machine. It's the most powerful laser engraver machine I've got at 22 watts. I've always wanted a laser machine that can cut thicker wood, and thank goodness this one can cut 15mm with one pass. So let's just show you. You can create words like this for projects. I've got Noel here and you can see the thickness on that. I've got relax. Does a really wonderful job, and then I've got this here, two birds, really good for Valentine's. And so what I really love about this machine is that there are so many possibilities with it. Let me just show you a few more. You can create wonderful pieces of home decor. You can create things for crafts like I do. I've got a heart here that I've cut out. And bases for some other projects. This is really nice and thick. These are some previous projects I've made, but just to show you what you can do with a laser cutter and engraver. This is all wood, so look at this beautiful design. I've created an art piece on top, and then you've also got the embellishments. Sorry if you can hear the wind, we've got a storm currently. This is another one that I've made. So again, cutting this out, wood, a circle shape, and then the bird topper as well. All can be accomplished with a laser machine, and this is so much more powerful. So you don't have to just stick to small projects like crafts, but they are really good because you can do crafts to make and sell, and personalized items do really well. So I definitely would suggest a laser engraver if you want to invest in a small business like that. But you can also up the scale with a machine like this because, as I mentioned, it's powerful and it cuts thicker wood. So right behind me actually I've made some home decor, and I use a laser engraver for this. So the possibilities really are endless. What I also love about the Creality Falcon 2 is that you can cut stainless steel on there and engrave on metal with colour. So this etches in colour is absolutely mind-blowing. There's a lot of other things I love in this machine. It has 5 safety features, the air assist, and it's really quick and easy to assemble, which is great for people like me that don't have so much patience for those type of things. So I'm going to show you some of the home decor that I made using this machine. Maybe it inspires you, and then I will make a smaller project where I'm going to be making a shadow box using all of the features of this machine. So we're going to be cutting out some wood, we're going to be engraving on some wood, I'm also going to be cutting some acrylic coloured sheets as well as engraving on them, and we'll also have a go at cutting the stainless steel and engraving on it. So back here we had this ugly box that you can turn on the electricity. I don't know what it's called, completely forgotten. And I wanted to cover it, so we made this wood here into like a big canvas. And these are corks that we have engraved on using a laser engraver. So you can buy these corks from Amazon in a pack, and it looks really beautiful. It's such a big statement piece, and I love it, and it definitely does the job of hiding that ugly box. You can't even tell now. Now this is the top of my door, and I've used a laser cutter to cut that out, and I've kept it plain, but of course you can paint it. And then all of this on the door itself, beautiful decorations, all using the laser machine. And I've painted on top of this, as you can see, white. So I've got the smaller embellishments here. This is like a Moroccan vibe that I was going for. And then the big ones either side. So it's really amazing what you can do with the machine. And I've got it on the other side, on the other door there. And I always just get so excited with machines like this because it just opens up my mind to so much more. So now let's head upstairs and I'll show you the Creality Falcon 2. So here it is, the Creality Falcon 2. This is what the machine looks like. You're on and off there. You also have the emergency stop button and a key to lock it. Now this is a honeycomb, I've got that separately, so it doesn't come with this. You can get a few add-ons if you'd like. It's all on the website, and there's also a discount code, so I'll add that here for you. Now this is another add-on, but I would say it's pretty essential. It's the cover, and as you can see, you've got the pipes, so you can just lead that out the window. So it's got the safety, so you can actually see the laser with the glasses as well. And that's how it is inside the machine. They also have a small fan on the side, and that just helps with the fumes. So that's why I do recommend the cover. You do have to build this, but it's not that hard to put together. And there's Mrs. Pumps having a sniff. So we've got these acrylic sheets, and I really want to cut on these as well as engrave. We've done this small tryout here, and it came out pretty well. It's a little flower, as you can see. And this is going to be part of the project that I'm creating. So here's the flower on the software. We're using Lightburn. We're just going to start cutting it and engraving it. And here it is starting. We've got a green sheet in there. So this is how this one's come out. This is a bigger size than the first little one I showed you. We're just going to repeat it in different sizes and on different colours. So now we've got the red one in there. I'm really excited actually to see all of these. So I'm going to remove the back of this shadow box so we can engrave on the wood. So this is actually on paper, and it looks wonderful even though it was just a quick experiment. It's actually cut it out. So this is going to be the background for the frame. We're going to be doing this on some wood now. So this is the background, and I've also put a quote in. This is from Mulan, and it's on Lightburn. That's the software we're using. We've got the wood inside ready to go, and we're just going to start engraving. So we just click start there. Okay, so this is how the background has come out with the quote engraved and the bottom bit as well. So it's kind of a little bit grey. It's not as dark black as I expected, but we're still, you know, this is like the first time that we're doing this, so a bit of trial and error. So this is a stainless steel that it can cut. We've got hummingbird out, and we've also etched, so you can see a bit of the detail there. The thing is, this is so thin that it kind of peels over, so I'm going to need to probably cut out a bit of wood underneath it in the same shape just to strengthen it. And this is the colour, so as I mentioned, the machine can actually colour on the metal, but what happened is, because this is so thin, because I wanted to do both things, I wanted to cut the hummingbird and colour it in. I had this grand project in my mind, but because it's so thin, the heat just kept doing this to it and it didn't work. So if you have the thicker metal, which they do provide, you can have a really beautiful art piece. It's just that you can't cut thicker metal. So if you want to cut thinner metal like this, it's stainless steel, then you can't colour it. And if you want to colour it, then you can't cut it because it will be thicker metal. So now I've had to change my idea a little bit. This was supposed to be the biggest part of the project. Now we're going to have a colourless hummingbird, and it's also pretty thin, so yeah, we're just going to now strengthen it with the wood. So this is a stainless steel inside. We've had to add the wood to keep the stainless steel down. And here's the hummingbird design. I'm just going to get it to cut. So after Mrs. Pumps has done walking all over the table, we're back here now with all of the elements, and we're going to put them all together. Just a closer look at the background. And then we've got all of the flowers that we've cut and engraved on the acrylic. I'm very happy with how they've come out. I think it's so beautiful. I also love like clear glass and clear plastic. It's probably something from childhood. And this is a stainless steel that we cut out, the hummingbird, and also etched on it. You can see a bit of the detail there. We've also got the wooden hummingbird that I cut out on the machine. just to stick the metal on because it's quite thin. So let's start putting all of this together. I want to add a little colour first to the background. So I've got some watercolour paint because I still want the wood to show through. So here's my water, my paintbrush and my watercolours. I've got some there as well, but I think I'll go with a tube. Going with a bit of green at the bottom. I want to highlight the quote a little bit more, so I'm taking some old makeup. I always use this for my art and crafts. This is some white eyeshadow, and I'm just gently adding it onto the background. I'm going to remove the glass off my shadow box because I prefer it without. Now we'll go and add the acrylic flowers at the bottom. I'm not too sure what glue to use, so I'm just going to test using my hot glue first, but I also have super glue at hand just in case. I'm also playing with the dimensions here, so some will come down and then some will go a bit higher up. As this is clear, it's a bit hard because you don't want the glue to show, so that's what I'm struggling with a little bit. I've got 3 different sizes of flowers as well, and I'm going to go with this green one a little bit further down. I was a bit worried with the background initially because I thought it looks quite dark because of the engraving. It almost looks like, you know, a wall or something to remember someone who's passed away. But then I looked at the quote and I thought this is actually perfect because this shows like the adversity, and then these are the colourful flowers that have come out through that. So it just really ties in with the quote. Then I think I'm going with the 2 smaller ones. So I'm adding my hummingbird, the wooden part first. This is a stainless steel hummingbird. I've actually added 2 together just to make it a bit thicker, and then I'm going to hot glue it onto the wood hummingbird, which is going to be a bit tricky because as you can see it keeps rolling up, so we'll see how we go with that. We just have to glue each part down separately. So here's the completed project. What do you all think, and what do you think of the machine? I really like all of the different elements and the materials that I can use. Like I said, it just really opens up my mind to lots of different creative ideas. This project actually looks a little bit different now because it was wet, so it wasn't fully dry and it looked a lot darker. It's actually a lot lighter now and I definitely prefer it. I did add in the big yellow flower in the end. And this is just a reminder of a few other ideas that you can do on the machine and the thickness of the wood. I hope that you've enjoyed. I'll see you in the next video.